Well, I'd like to say good midday to you, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. My reason here is to constantly keep before you the fact, the reality, the truth that there is another way that we could choose to live our lives that would eliminate all the things that we really are disgusted about. In America, we have accepted a young man who's a crook, who violates all of the rules, especially when it comes to being in positions of power within the United States, basically according to the Constitution of the United States, that have violated all these rules and decided to step into the position of President of the United States. And the people have said business as usual. But this young man, known as Donald J. Trump, walks in a dream world. The only thing that is important is him. Everything is to facilitate the fulfillment and satisfaction for him. Those that accept his acclamation are considered as angels, but everyone else is an enemy of hate that's out to get him. Yet he has the power so he can get them first. Now, this is the attitude of every dictator or would be dictator, and everyone that seems to deny the existence of a higher power, greater than the pot, greater than the rain, greater than the mud. Whatever the shortcomings in one nation, it may be different in another, but shortcomings nonetheless. Meaning, the one way to run the machine is to operate it according to its design. That way is the blueprint of the maker, the one that is unseen, made known only by the evidence. So, what I'm saying here again, ladies and gentlemen, as I've said a few moments ago or yesterday and every day before, is that we have ways of doing things and we have justified it according to rules and regulations that those of us who think we're smart have been able to come up with, like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all those kinds of things. They're only as good as people who resist them when they're tried to be imposed upon them. And there have been, in most instances, where they've been imposed, people allowed it to happen. So what I'm basically saying to all human beings on earth, wherever you are, in the east, the west, the north, or south, regardless of the kind of government that you exist under, the rules that you have willing to follow, even according in the carnal sense of things, or even in your spiritual sense of things. I want you to know that there is only one way that works. You've heard people say there are many ways to God. And I guess you can say that depending upon where you're going. But there's only one way to the true God. Now, like I said, north, east, south, west, wherever you're coming from, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to be able to treat people like you want to be treated, wherever in the world you are. If you want peace and prosperity and freedom, you're going to have to be able to treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want your needs and desires and wants met, you're going to have to treat people like you want to be treated. If you don't want to have to suffer for nothing or lack of anything that you think you might need, want, or desire, you're going to have to treat people like you want to be treated. And if you're going to want all these other things from one another, you're going to have to engage yourself in the process of making sure that you don't run out of it. You're going to have to recognize that the earth isn't yours, but it's here. Some power gave it to you. The resources that are needed to do the things that you do, they don't belong to you. They were here, so they must have been given to you. And now you have the skills and know how to do all the things that you do. And there are certain things that each of you love to do that others perhaps don't. But you can choose what you want to do. And when you choose what you love doing, then you get your greatest joy. And it allows you to keep on going around enjoying your life as you bring fulfillment and satisfaction in the life of everybody. Because in the reservoir of goods and services, you have caused the manifestation thereof in such an abundance that no one would ever have to suffer lack thereof of anything. I'm just telling you that the right way allows you to do that. And if all these other ways, talking about getting to God, if they won't take you down that path, that every individual on the face of the earth, if they are not experiencing that same kind of heavenliness, that same kind of paradiseness, if it's not happening, then there is no heaven going on. That becomes the responsibility of heavenliness. That is the responsibility of the God in you to fix that situation. And if that situation is not fixed, that means that the amount of God necessary to take that other step you don't have. And you must have it to take that other step. And until you take that other step, you're missing. Until you take that other step, you're lacking. Nobody's trying to say, well, I'm going to give you an excuse. No, to give you an excuse is the beginning of cancer that's going to destroy the whole thing like it did before. So you got to take care of business. And no other faith, wherever you're coming from, is going to do anything better than that. Saying that you, all of you on the face of the earth matter. Those of you who have come and gone matter. Those of you who are coming in the future, you matter. But you do not matter any more than the first that came. And all in between matter the same. You have life before you and you have death before you. Where you pick it up and run with it, that's depending upon your place in time. But it's the requirement of everyone. It's not a group, it's not a nation, it's an individual thing. The individual thing, I'm telling you, is the seed. So let me see. Did I miss it? No, I don't think I missed anything. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me the opportunity to share with you one more time that just because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in America and in Japan, I hear they're thinking and saying stuff like America is already tangled up in some possible war with Russia. I don't know what's going on around the world, but all kinds of stuff is happening. But I want you to know there's no righteous nation on earth. All of the people everywhere, if you are responsible. All of the people everywhere, you are responsible for one another. And in some power of love, some power of God is needed anywhere around you, you are the instrument that's to show it. If you got it. If you don't have it, you cannot show it. But recognize that it's not shown because you don't have it. And if you don't have it, you're missing something. And somebody else probably does. And don't you try to cut them down because you don't. All right? Talk to you later.